Hey, you want to make a TikTok?
Sure.
It's the put a finger down thingy.
What's that?
The,
Oh, like the. Alright, yeah, I know.
okay. Put a finger down if you have brown hair. Put a finger down if you're a Pisces. Right, you're a Pisces, right?
Yeah, I'm Pisces.
Put a finger down if you're taken. Put a finger down if you're cheating on your girlfriend.
What are you talking about? I'm not cheating on you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. What the
I
fuck are you
saw
talking?
messages on your phone last night.
What message? You went through my phone last night?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. You can't go through my phone.
I didn't
That's
go
not
for your
okay.
phone. When the messages popped up on the phone, I can see who.
What messages? Messages from who?
A whole bunch of freaking girls.
About what?
I don't know. They wanted to do shit with you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me show me. Show me the.
Let me see.
No, you can't fucking my phone.
Again! Again! Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to get into part 2 of the crazy lies that men have told us during our dating experience. If you've ever been lied to by a man and you believed him, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. You didn't know at the time that they lie about things so stupid, so minuscule. So don't go too hard on yourself, but hopefully after hearing other stories from other women, you'll maybe see some similarities in the lies that you were told, or maybe you can have a better time reading through it for the next time. Let's get into it.
What is the craziest lie you were ever told when in a relationship? I'll go first. So, my boyfriend at the time was saying he was having issues of coughing out blood and having it come out the other end as well. So, he started going to doctor's appointments in other cities because, this is a really specialized symptoms or case, I guess you would say. Then they figured out, hey, he needs surgery. So he needs to, again, go to another city to get surgery where they go through his stomach. And he came back following the surgery because I wasn't allowed to go because it was really strict protocol. He came back, his whole stomach wrapped up, what I thought to be blood under the cotton swabs. 4 months down the road, come to find out, it was all a lie. He is fake blood. That didn't actually happen. And he was really off gallivanting around with other women. Shocker. Let's hear yours.
Yes, there are some men out there who will lie to you and say they don't have kids because they want to get in your pants. There was even one time where this weird ass guy said to me, "Happy Mother's Day. You're next." What the fuck? And then that same guy wonders why I blocked him and I haven't spoken to him for years. People will act like they don't know why you don't talk to them no more, but I don't play that shit. You know what you did. I know what you did. Let's be fucking real here. A lot of these men think they can treat you any kind of way because the last 5, 6, 7 women they were dealing with let him treat them any kind of way. So when he comes across you, he thinks that he can do the same thing to you. How the fuck you gonna lie about not having kids to someone who don't want kids? Is that supposed to make me want to have kids with you? It does not.
Okay, that first lady was crazy. I feel like she probably could have known it was a lie, and maybe she was in denial with herself. But she said she couldn't travel with him. And I know, if somebody that you personally love, maybe she had to go to work. But if he had to travel for something like that, he would need someone to take care of him, like after surgery and all that. Like even the people that like go get BBLs by themselves, they usually take a caretaker with them or a friend. But maybe she didn't know. Um, that's ridiculous for him to go to that length of lying to do fake blood. But that last one where she was talking about the kids, that definitely hits home. I've had men be like, "Oh no, I don't have no kids," right? And then come down the line, they have a child, and they'll be like, "Well, I don't have kids." Yes, you have a child. They play words. They play games with their words, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. So that was like a while ago, and then I came across another guy later, and I asked him the same thing: "Do you have kids?" He said no. I said, "Do you have a child?" And he was like, "You got me. I do have a child, and as a matter of fact, men are sick."
If you ever feel like a dumb bitch, just know that when I was dating my ex who continuously cheated on me for like 3 years, I found a body spray in his room and I thought it was a little weird, so I asked him about it and he was like, "Oh my god, that was a gift for you. It was going to be for Valentine's Day. My cousin gave me one and he also gave one to my other cousin for his girlfriend because there was a sale going on. But I guess you can just have it now." And I'm just stupid and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so sweet of him." And I used that body spray for like 2 years in front of him and he never had the balls to tell me. And when that one ran out, I bought another one because it smelled so good.
Let me jump on this. The dumbest lie a man ever told me. So I met this guy in real life in the commission of his business, right? So we're having a conversation while his employees are handling my job. So we get to talking and somehow me being single comes up and he says, "Oh, you're single? We're going to have to do something about that. We're going to take you off the market." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Other men have tried, but yet and still, I'm still single. Let's see what you got." Bet. So he's very intentional. He sends me flowers and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm still not impressed. Whatever. Because I could, buy myself flowers. And so he says, "Let's go out on a date." I said, "That's fine." So he says, "Where would you like to go? What do you like to eat?" And I'm like, "It doesn't matter. You're the man. You take the lead. Whatever, right?" He did ask the important question: "Are you married?" He goes, "No, I'm not married. I'm divorced. I got this many kids. This is where I'm originally from." He volunteered everything. I'm like, okay, fine. Um, I decided to do a background check after having a conversation, after being out with some family members and stuff. And, we got to talking about the whole Risa Tisa thing. And, in this day and age of dating, you got to do your due diligence, background checks. And one of my friends was laughing at me and she was like, "Dudes need to know you the FBI." I work in the legal field, been working in the legal field for most of my adult life, so I've learned a few things. 20s and 30s, assault and battery. Currently, a litany of violations traffic wise, and some stupid. Um, Also, judgments, financial judgments. Yeah. So I said, contact him, reached out to him, called him. He said, "I'll call you back." Text him. And I said, "So, is your name actually this? And you got married this?" And in case you're wondering how I found this information out, thank you, Facebook. "Oh, no. I'm gonna call you and you I'm gonna explain to you what's really going on, and then you'll understand. I won't be contacting you." So yeah, that was the dumbest lie a man ever told me. Don't tell me to do a background check because you have nothing to hide. Because guess what? I'm J. Edgar Hoover up in this bitch.
You know what? Good for her. Good for her. And she's an older lady. I wish this is something that a lot of younger women would figure out, is like doing the background check and Googling people. I have Googled people and done, social media checks or just whatever, and you would be surprised at what you've seen. Like, I've even had friends. She Googled this one guy. She wasn't even dating him, but she Googled him and looked up his record, and he was a sodomite. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I hope YouTube don't flag me for it, but you just never know. Like, I've seen people that had DV on their background, people who theft from Walmart. Like, that's stuff that I need to know. You would just really be surprised. So if people would lie about their criminal record, okay, something the government has put them in timeout for, they're gonna lie about their ex. They're gonna lie about whether they married or not. I'm so happy that that's public record and good for her. But you never know, because You can't look at somebody and tell if they are infected with something, or if their mind is okay, or what their past is. The best con artists are very attractive, so just keep that in mind.
I need somebody to explain this to me. Why do men lie about their age on dating apps? I was talking to this guy very briefly, as usual, and we were making plans, and I was like, I should probably go back to like look at his profile just to see, you know, whatever. I forgot, okay? And his age is listed as 33. Great. Awesome. I'm about to be 32. Then I scroll down to the little bio and it says, I'm actually 22, not 33. Why? Like, literally, why? What are you trying to do by pretending to be 11 years older than you actually are?
And so much, I believe they just open up their ass and just lies just drop out. Every time they go shit don't come out, no. Lies just come out. So I talking to this dude and I find out he was married, and y'all know I does not does the married men's. You know understand? I ain't looking for no drinks, I ain't looking for no curse to fall upon my life. If you do that, I don't recommend, friend. Run away. Okay, unless you're looking for generational curses to be attacking you. Anyways, so I was like, so you married? He was like, yeah, but to my cousin, no. I said, your cousin? He was like, yeah, for papers. I said, I thought you born in America. He said, no, I born in Chicago. So where the fuck Chicago is?
I'm not doing this.
No, look, you found another way to cheat on me.
Did you really print out my own DMs to show me, Rhea? Now we've gotten to a new extreme of craziness.
No, let's read it. Let's read it. Let's read it. Hey, boo, what are you doing and what's your number? That's what she said.
Did I message
All
any
right,
girl?
let's keep reading.
Did I message
Let's
any
keep
girl?
reading. Girl, you can't be doing this, LOL.
Exactly.
How many times have I told you I have a girlfriend?
You have written proof that I'm not a cheater.
Can we keep reading?
You keep telling me
Can we
this.
keep reading it?
You just can't get it through your head.
Ironically, the number that you gave her, the amount of times you told her you had a girlfriend, is your number.
I want to ask you a question. Where did you go last night?
To India with Louis.
To the Indian with Louis?
Yeah.
That's where you went?
Yeah.
100%?
Yes.
You swear on my life?
Yeah, why?
So, you went with the girl from work at the Chinese?
I was at the Indian with Louis.
Aaron, was you with the girl from work at the Chinese?
Oh.
Yes, she was. And I'll tell you how I know. Rebecca has sent me a picture of you and the girl from your work at the Chinese. How can you do that? No, how can you actually do that?
I didn't.
8 years, after 8 years.
Okay.
And
She
you...
sent you a picture, did she?
Yeah, she has.
Okay. I was with Louis.
You wasn't, Aaron. You was in the Chinese. One, why would Rebecca lie? And two, I've got a picture.
Because I was sitting with Louis.
No, you wasn't.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
I didn't.
You know I love Chinese. You know I would have loved to have gone for a Chinese.
Okay, let's get into it. So the first girl who had the guy lie about his age on the dating app, the reason that they do that is because it's an age thing. When social media first came out, you had to be 18 in order to join it. So a lot of people put that they were 10 years older so they can join it. And all the social medias are kind of connected. So it still has him as 11 years older. I believe that's the issue. Can he fix it now? Probably, but he was honest on his profile. I would say give him the benefit of the doubt and read more. That's false advertising, but I'm not sure if that was an intentional lie. Now, the other girl, the Islander, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, but people want to come to the U.S., so they will marry their family members legally on paper to do so. Except for he's from Chicago. So what are you talking about? You're already a citizen. You see how people lie about things? They're not even educated on the lie. They're not even educated on the information to know if they sound crazy or not. One thing that I try to make sure I incorporate is all types of women from all walks of life, all locations. every age range. That's why I have the island girl on here. I got the girl from the UK that caught her boyfriend cheating. We have the girl that found the DMs. We got black, white. We had the Hispanic girl in the beginning. Because the long story short is all men are the same. It doesn't matter what flag they pledge to or what their accent is or what their native tongue is. They're all gonna lie regardless. And I think one thing they try to do, or society, is make it seem like, oh, they don't have those problems in the Western world, or oh, they don't do that when they get a certain age, or oh, that's just your generation. No, no, no. It's everybody. It's everywhere. So I hope that that's something that everybody grasps, is the grass is not greener on the other side. In fact, you're probably at more of a disadvantage going to the other side, whether that's age or like race or nationality, because you're not accustomed to the lies that they're known to tell. You're not even knowing how to like brace yourself for the cultural norms of the loopholes that they dive through. So I would even caution that it's kind of, you have a home court advantage if you stay
People
within
really lie
your
about the
home
dumbest things to
space.
try to impress you, because tell me why I was at work and this man kept trying to ask me out and I was not in any way, shape, form, in any reality interested in going out with this man, but I had to be nice because I was at work. Then he starts asking me what I do and I tell him I do acting. This man looks me in the eyes and says that he wrote and directed All American. And no, before, it wasn't actually him. I Googled it. And that man was not anywhere in any credentials, but he bold-faced lied about it and started going on these whole things about, oh, we're going to go to these parties together and meet all these people, blah, blah, blah. Sir, what? How are you just lying about this? Like, you think I'm not going to find out? So dumb.
Okay, I had to jump in on this because it's just too funny. Dumbest lie a man has ever told me. Okay, I meet this guy on Bumble. I think his name is Gary. Let's call him Gary. And he says that he's a research scientist and he's 30 years old. And I said, oh, that's so cool. Are you doing a fellowship? Where are you doing your fellowship? And he's like, oh, no, I'm done with my fellowship. I have my doctoral degree and, I'm out. And I said, wow, that's so impressive. You're very young to have accomplished all that. And he's like, oh, yeah, I invented something. So I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I've never met anybody that invented something and skipped forward like that, but oh, maybe it's true. And so I asked him, well, what'd you invent? And he got really cagey. So I got curious. So I Googled the guy. Yeah. He was a research scientist and he did go to the school that he said. And in fact, he did invent something. He invented a whole bunch of drugs and he manufactured them in his student housing, mailed them through the postal service. So this dude was wanted on federal charges of drug trafficking or something like that. And he was all over the news. Like, I don't know what he thought he was going to get away with. So I go back to him and I'm like, hey man, looked you up, saw you online. You want to tell me your story? And he's like, what?
Strategic lies are someone lying for a purpose with the intention to deceive for personal gain. I had an ex like this. Have I told you the weather story? We were in Costa Rica and I woke up after him in the morning and he's like, babe, you missed the biggest storm. I was like, really? I love storms. And he's like, yeah. I was like, hurricane winds and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow. We're walking around and I'm like, nothing's wet. There's no puddles. And I start to ask the staff, did it rain this morning? They're like, no. I asked the guests, were you guys up? Did it rain? They're like, no. I finally asked the manager and they're like, it would never rain right now. It's the dry season. I checked with the National Weather Service of Costa Rica. It didn't rain. And I confronted him and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say that? I said, if you ever lie to me again, I'll never speak to you. And he exploded. No. Because I texted my friends about this. They're like, this is some Dateline shit. Like, this is bad, Shallon. This is bad. And I was like, I know this is bad. I confronted him. Somehow I ended up apologizing to him, right? You've been in that scenario. You're like, well, I'm sorry. Okay. He's like, I must have been dreaming. No one who's having a dream is that positional, you know? You're like, no, there was an elephant in the Walmart. That was a dream. There was not an elephant in the Walmart. No, sorry. But like he was like, nope, it rained. And I remember saying at the time to my friends, you know what? If he has to tell these weird little lies to, I don't know, seem interesting, have something to say, I don't know. That's fine. I know he's not lying to me about the big things. Spoiler alert, yes, he was.
Before I get into this last clip, let me go ahead and introduce you guys properly and give this lady her flowers. This lady is Dr. Jasmine Chanel Clark, and she is a psychologist. She specializes in narcissistic abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse, domestic violence. She travels all over the world and does group therapy, and she is a life coach. She is definitely speaking the truth. I know she could be loud, but I really want you to hear her credentials. She's also a huge author. She sells books to help women get over their breakups, narcissistic abuse, things like that. And when she's speaking, it definitely comes from facts. She is very credible. Do not let her dressed down look in the bed fool you. She is not a crazy lady, and she purposely dresses down so that men do not look at her videos. Okay? This is a beautiful lady. She's also a model. When she says this, it's coming from facts. She's also very faith-based, so if that's something you're interested in, perfect. She has a Patreon. She has so much material out there, and I've learned so much from her that I think you guys could definitely get a lot out of as well. If you're interested in hearing more about her, check her out on TikTok. Her name is Spiritual Whistleblower. Let's get into it.
Most men lie about their relationship status. If he tells you that he's single, please assume that he's lying. Always assume that he has a girlfriend or a wife that he's hiding. If his Facebook page says he's single and all you see is photos of him posing by himself, always assume that he is hiding his girlfriend and wife. I don't care what he tells you. Always assume that he's trying to get back with an ex-girlfriend or an ex-baby mama, an ex-wife, some woman that left him because she don't want to fuck with him anymore. She caught him cheating, or she just don't like him and don't want him, and he's not over her. Most of the time, men are extremely codependent and they cannot be alone for shit. They're always looking for a better opportunity, even when they have a woman at home. They're always on the lookout for someone that has more money, someone that is better looking, someone who has more social status than the woman that they're hiding at home, the woman that they refuse to post on their Facebook page. Protect your heart and move smart when you're out here dating. I don't care if he swears up and down that he's single. Don't be afraid to press him about his relationship history. If he seems uncomfortable, you got your answer, because body language doesn't lie. He's uncomfortable because he's still somebody, and he's out here pretending to be single when he know he's not. Even if he's convinced himself that he's single, you got to ask him if there's a woman out here currently who still feels like he and she are still together. Okay? Even though he might feel like he's single, that woman that he's may not feel the same way. Even if they're buddies, a situationship, a baby mama that he's sleeping with on and off again, an ex-girlfriend that he won't leave alone, he may feel that he's single, and he may have explained that to her, but she's not comprehending or taking it the same way. So, like I said, if he says he's single, you have to do your investigative work to make sure that he's telling the truth and he's actually single and not hung up on somebody from his past, or he's not hiding a woman off his Facebook page. A man could text you that he's single while he's laying alongside his wife or his girlfriend in the bed. Men are liars. If his mouth is moving, assume that he's lying. Good luck on your investigative work. Don't be stupid. Use your discernment.
All right. Well, y'all heard what the doctor said. If you just want to be safe, assume that they're lying and that they're trying to get with their baby mama, trying to get with their ex. They're married, they're in a relationship, they're engaged. Just assume the worst, because that'll help you brace yourself. It'll also help you do your research. And honestly, remember that show Cheaters? Okay, you don't want to be that woman that's sitting at a nice dinner date and that camera crew show up with them cameras in your face, and some lady coming across the street with kids talking about, really? Really? This is what you gonna do me like? You gonna do me like this and go out with her? You don't want to end up being that lady. You don't. And it's not even your fault necessarily, because men will lie. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If you've been lied to, don't feel bad. You're not alone. Just charge it to the game and do better next time if you can. Just assume the worst, unfortunately. And they are guilty until proven innocent. This is not the American court of law. They are guilty until proven innocent. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Again! Again!